Hello, what's up guys? Your boy D3U is here and welcome to another Lord of Nazarick video. And in today's video guys, we are going to be presenting you a full breakdown about the next limited banner that's supposed to drop tomorrow at 4 Mars, which is Tuesday. Hopefully, we are waiting for her. She's going to be our third event limited banner in the game, which is going to be only a Sigild's banner. That means that you can only summon on it with gems, not a ring banner. She's going to be a bleed character, as we all know, and we are going to be telling you all about her. So I hope that you enjoy the video, and let's begin. So basically we are going to start of course with the stats. Of course LUPUSREGINA is going to be the next event limited banner SSR. She's going to be element garnet, which means red, and her class is going to be a warrior, and she is going to be an AoE, bleed, and a debuff character. Also she will have an A on her HP, A on her defense, B on the speed, A on the attack, and B on her magical defense. As we can see, it's nothing crazy. It's so similar to Momon, and everyone who underestimated Momon, he became the best single target in the game. So don't let the stats fool you. She's still amazing and decent, and she is amazing on the Bleed team. She is definitely the queen of the Bleed team. So now we are going to be moving for her passive. Let's talk about what she does. As we can see on the screen, she is going to be using her passive, which is called Wolf Blood Plug, which is a buff bleed. LUPUSREGINA is the deathly power of the Wolf Blood Plug. When LUPUSREGINA is present, the enemies with bleed take 12 more damage. That means that only by existing in the team, the enemy will take 12% more damage with bleed attacks. And when an enemy target with bleed dies, the bleed layers of the dead unit are transferred to the enemy target with the least bleed layers on the field. So basically when she kills, or anyone of the team kills, because it's the passive, it will take all the bleed that was on the enemy who died and transfer them to the other enemy that has the least, which means has less bleed layers, and it will all be added to this character exactly. And after triggering Wolf Blood Plug, which is her passive, to transmit bleed, to put bleed, it will immediately trigger one time. It will trigger one time as a threat. Now if you have her 4 stars, each time Wolf Blood Plug is triggered and bleed is transmitted, which means it was taken to another ally, or every 8 times bleed is triggered by the 4th enemy, the max amount of bleed layers allowed on an enemy increases by 1. The maximum total increases of 2 method is 5 layers. So as we all know, it's going to be 4 layers of bleed that we can increase there. But if you have it at 4 stars, when the bleed is transmitted, or every 8 times that the bleed has triggered, which means that you have put bleed, you will definitely play her with a bleed team, so that's gonna be easy to achieve. She will increases the total that they can take, but instead of 4, it's going to be 5 layers that they will take. That mean more bleed debuff. That's make you understand completely why she's the queen of bleed team. It's because everything in her empowers bleed and give us more layers and all of that. And if you have her 6 stars, the red is for 4 stars and the blue is for 6 stars. Each time Wolf Blood Plug is triggered and bleed is transmitted, or every 5 times bleed is triggered by the 6th enemy, the maximum amount of bleed layers allowed on an enemy increases by 1. The maximum total of the method is 10 layers. So in here, if you have her 6 times, it will be less usage. It's not 8, it's 5 times that you put bleed or transmit the bleed. It will increases by 1 and not to 5 but to 10 layers that you can put. So if you have her 6, I'll let it for your imagination what is gonna happen. And bleed, we all know, is deals damage equal to 25% of the inflictor's attack before each action can stack up to 10 times. And now we are going to go for her first skill, which is her basic attack, which is going to be Dance of the Scarlet Moon, which is a single and bleed as well. Dance of Death under the Scarlet Moon, attacking a single enemy target, deals physical damage equal to 120% of attack. After hitting, 100% base chance to inflict one layer of bleed to the target for 2 turns, and 50% fixed chance of triggering the target bleed after hitting. So there's nothing crazy in her basic, it's literally just inflicting bleed, and also there is a chance that she will inflict the bleed after hitting as well. Now we are gonna go for her second skill, which is going to be the Scarlet Fang, which is AoE and bleed. LUPUSREGINA gradually reveals her fangs and attacks all enemy targets. This will attack everyone in the causes 2 stages of physical damage equal to 50% of her attack, and after each hit, 100% fixed chance of adding 1 layer bleed to the target for 2 rounds. So it's a fixed chance. So AR will not affect this at all. AR, which means effect resistance. It has nothing to do with ER, so this will be affected 100%. She will put a bleed for 2 rounds, and she will do 2 stages of physical damage of 50%, which is going to be 100% when she deals her second wave of the attack. And it will be on everyone, with 2 turn cooldown. And now we are going to go finally to her ultimate, her X skills, which is going to be the Hunting Knight, which is a single, a debuff, and a multi-attack. Yes, it's a multi-attack and a single as well. Tremble Prey. LUPUSREGINA will start hunting and attack a single enemy target. She will cause 3 stages of physical damage equal to 86% of attack. For people who doesn't understand what causes 3 stages with the stages, that means that there will be 3 stages of this ultimate that she will attack, and she will deal 86% of attack for each stage that she does. After each round of damage, which means stage, 100% base chance to add 1 layer of bleed to the target for 2 turns, and after releasing the skill, 100% base chance of adding healing block for 2 turns. So here you go, this is also a healing block character for you. That means that she will prevent this exact enemy that you attacked, because it's a single target, that he will not get any heal for 2 turns. And after releasing the skill also, 100% base chance of adding Wolf Blood Mark for 2 turns. After the owner of Wolf Blood Mark take action, LUPUSREGINA releases Crimson Punishment on them. And before we continue, let's explain what Wolf Blood Mark is. It's an undispellable debuff. That means that they cannot take it off. It's 30% of bleed damage taken by the mark owner is converted into healing for LUPUSREGINA. So she will mark that specific enemy, and she will heal by 30% of the bleed damage that he does take. And now for what is Crimson Punishment. Crimson Punishment is causes physical damage equal to 75% of the target's attack upon hitting, and 100% base chance to add 2 layers of the target of bleed 2 turns exactly. So literally it will be that she will causes like physical damage equal to 75% of the target's attack upon hitting. That is the Crimson Punishment. And if you have her at 5 stars, which is these green letters right here, after the skill is released, 100% base chance to trigger and extend the target bleed by 1 turn. So if you have a 5 star, she will extend that the bleed will not be for 2 turns, it will be for 3 turns instead. So this is when LUPUSREGINA get comes. She will do healing block, she will deal a lot of damage, and she will also do the layers of blood, and she will also heal by it, by the marked one, and she will deal even more damage with the Crimson Punishment as well. As we all saw, it's a physical warrior, physical damage warrior bleed, like similar to Cocytus, but much more powerful. And she empowers all the bleed characters. So if you wanna run a bleed team, like definitely nothing is going to be more better than her. And also outside the bleed team, not only in the bleed team, if you wanna use her for some stages, in Peroronkino. She's also used even without the the Blade team. For PvE mostly, she can be used sometimes and in some conditions outside of the Bleed team, but her most 100% potential, of course, is going to be with the Bleed team, because you all read and heard what she does with the Bleed, and like, is there. Now the last and the least, for her Arclight, what her Arclight does. When you are present, that means that only by existing in the stage. Bleed damage ignores 30% of the target's defense if it was 1 star, and 60% of the target's defense if it was 6/6. So as we can all see, this is an amazing Arclight right there. It's so similar to Mid Alibido Arclight, which is going to be ignoring the enemy defense when you attack, and that will be so good because it's bleed damage ignores. It's not damage, so it's not her damage. It's the bleed that will ignore 30%. So you will see people taking a lot of bleed damage. Like you will start seeing a lot of bleed damage being taken just because of her existing with her Arclight as well. So that is just amazing. So now this is it for Lupus Regina. This is all what she can do. And now of course we go for the whether she is worse to summon or she is not worse to summon. Of course she is worse to summon because she is an event limited, that is first, and second, she is one of the amazing bleed characters in the game. Like there is no better bleed character that will release in the game at all after her release. So if you're interested in the bleed teams, or if you're interested in her kit, as you can all see, she alone can inflict a lot of bleed and do a lot of stuff by herself. So it also be an optional to be used, for example, in Shadow of Realm or in Demonic Tower, and she will be exactly great. For people who doesn't care about the bleed team and who have so low resources, especially for C players and others, she is kind of skippable. You can skip and try to get Demiurge, or you can get her and skip Demiurge and Intoma as well. So you can either get her, skip Demiurge and Intoma, or get Demiurge, skip Lupus and Intoma. But if you have the gems and you can do it, I don't advise skipping any of Lupus or Demi. Intoma is so optional. I don't advise so much of it, but it's up to you. But basically, Lupus and Demiurge is really gonna be benefiting us a lot in Shadow of Realm, especially for people who struggle. And also, like, she's so freaking beautiful. I mean, she's a great character, and me personally, I tested her in China, and I've seen her potential, and I know how good she is and how useful she's going to be. So it's up to you whether you want to summon for her or not. And now for the last thing I wanted to say before we go. There is two things that I want to present to you. The first thing is that tomorrow when she drops, I will be streaming on 7 p.m. GMT plus 2, and I will be summoning for viewers. If you want to summon on her and you want me to summon for you, I will leave you the Discord link in the description. You can go and enter this Discord and then DM me directly. Tell me I want you to summon for my account. Give me your info so I can put you in the list, because we have a lot of people tomorrow to summon for. So I need you to DM me so I can put you in the list in case you want. It's mostly for global only, for Crunchyroll or A+, but global. I tried my best to download C, but it never worked. I really wanted to also do it for C, but hopefully in the future I might find a way to enter C, and it will be also for you too. And now for the last thing, I will be doing also a big giveaway tomorrow when like at 7 p.m. GMT plus 2. We started the giveaway from now, okay? We have a poll in the Discord server. So all you have to do is to enter the Discord server in the Discord link and scroll in channels until you find a channel that is called MTFD. Let me make sure. MFTD. Just go to the MFTD channel and go to the pinned message. You're going to see a poll there. Just go to the poll and enter the giveaway. We are going to be giving $20 via PayPal for the winner that will be announced tomorrow at 8 p.m. GMT plus 2. So make sure from now you go and enter that giveaway, and best of luck to all of you. And that's it for the video. I love you so much guys, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that it helped. So thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your boy DTRU was with you guys. Peace.